Yes, good morning, everyone. Actually, the morning. Starting a little bit early today. And, yeah, really excited to play more Pathfinder. So, let's dive in. Let's do it. Let's go Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We played for a few hours yesterday. And we got through the starting area of the game. That initial dungeon, which was, I gotta be honest, kind of phenomenal. Kind of phenomenally good. We've reached the surface, and I mean, let's just see what's happening. Let's just go. I did increase the volume of the game a little bit as well, so we'll just keep an eye on it today. Maybe it's going to be a little loud at the start or whatever, I don't really know. Oh, I hear fighting, that's not good. Oh, that's very not good. Uh-oh. Oh, it's way too loud. Yo, I think they're winning. Oh, there's a paladin in there. Oh, hell yeah. Look at these guys go. Nice. Good job, guys. That was super cool. One sec. Let me turn this down slightly. Okay, I've tweaked the volume a bit. I think it's a little quieter, but we'll see. Maybe it's still too loud. I don't know. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't got much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused. Her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you're friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anevia. I think she mentioned already. Yeah, it's her wife. She already mentioned it. I like this. This is cool. Aww.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
I guess she's a half-orc.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here is a new friend. She rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without her, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Nice.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Oh, okay, what's the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Ward Stone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Ward Stone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. Yeah,
the Ward Stones are like stopping this world wound from expanding, which is letting the demons into the world.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us. Cool.
Cyania, good morning. Hello. Where are we?
The Grey Garrison.
Until
recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
Oh, we're gonna have a big old battle to take this back, I think. Cool. I have important information on the location of a Cultist Den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here.
Fair,
the
okay.
ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
I'm ready for even more battles. Let's frickin' do it. We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras. This is Lan. So, don't kill Lan, okay? The guy who looks like he's half a demon. He's actually cool. Please don't murder him.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Nice.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
I like Lan. Lan is good fun. What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours.
The whole city.
The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
I mean, if the city's gone, it's gone.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Kameli on that.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight.
Oh, never mind.
Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Knobris.
I mean, yeah, it's not lost yet. What about the Ward Stone? Okay, so just to clarify this.
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Knobris Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier.
Oh.
We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
Oh, the Knobris one is the most important one? Uh-oh. Okay, a herald is a deity's favorite servant who acts as a messenger and emissary throughout the planes. While not necessarily the most powerful of their servants, they embody fundamental elements of a god's faiths and philosophies, thus prove particularly suited to interactions with mortal worshippers. Iomedae's herald, the Hand of the Inheritor, is a warrior angel, always ready to answer her call. Okay, angelic, sweet, and mighty, leads the charge when her armies go to war. Cool. Fights with a song of battle on his lips and unbreakable courage in his heart. He also escorts noble souls through the astral plane to Pharasma's court, patrols the borders of Iomedae's realm in search of abominations from the abyss, duels devils on neutral ground to learn their tactics, and watches over youths. His patron is marked for greatness. Wow, he sounds like a cool guy. How did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison? I guess it's just this is a fortress to protect the Wardstone specifically, right?
The demons have long laid siege to Knobris, but this time, their Lord Discari appeared in the flesh.
Never mind.
He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost yet.
Okay.
Discari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
Okay, right. So he actually didn't destroy it. He just threw it into a fortress.
But how
by
did
accident,
he do
I
that?
suppose.
He's a demon. The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide.
Yeah.
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Let's not waste any time to battle.
That's the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
Let's do it. Hogris Worm. You hear labored breathing interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Hogris is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Hogris Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us.
Oh, I thought it was Hogris.
My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Knobris can be said to be safe.
The poor guy thought he was going to have to fight. He was shitting himself. I also apologize for calling him Hogris the whole time. Apparently I'm dyslexic. He's actually Horgus.
Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
That's very true.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Damn, I like her. Can we get her in our party? She's badass. I'll be with you guys in a sec. A quick save? What are all these? Masterwork Bardishas and stuff? Why are my characters so slow? Oh, party encumbrance. Oh shit, we've got way too much. You know what? Drop these. We're overloaded. That's why we couldn't move. Okay, and this is locked. Oh, is that why I'm moving so slowly? I guess. You know what? I think seeing as we're going through more fights, let's actually just drop all this armor. Go back to medium speed. Like, we're fine. There we go. Okay, that's why we were running so slowly. I thought it was like a role play thing. I'm just dumb. Well, that guy just did some cool stuff. I guess we're just gonna fight through with all of these guys. Okay, this is kind of badass, actually. Not gonna lie. Okay, you do this. Absolutely. You don't need to do anything. You can just shoot stuff. You're good. Do I need to shield up? I don't think I need to shield up yet. But I could start showing them the weapon. I can use the Light of the Angels. Why not, right? We might as well put these bonuses on. Pause it so we can loot. Scroll of Protection from Good. I don't know if that's going to be that useful, but we'll take it. Protection from good. Another protection from good. I mean, it's good for those guys. It makes sense they'd have protection from good. They're bad guys. I don't know if it's going to be that useful for us. Masterwork Scythe. That's pretty cool. 4 times crit hit bonus on a scythe. Remove sickness. That's useful. Another fire belly thing. Okay, cool. There's looks like some sort of door there. What's this? More stuff. Oh. Save it. Rotate it.
I hope you appreciate
What's in
this.
here?
Follow my steps.
Are we overburdened again? I think we might be overburdening. Okay, we're heavy again. Okay, we need to drop some stuff. Let's sort stuff by weight in ascending order. What's the heaviest thing? It's actually not that heavy. We've got no armor. Ingredients I don't really want to throw away. Or that stuff. Man, I guess we just... Oh, these Bardiche... Sorry, I put it in the wrong one. I want to descending order. Descending order. So, like, this spear is 6 pounds? Yeah. I mean, this stuff's not that heavy, particularly. These light maces are 16 pounds. Masterwork scimitars are worth quite a bit of money. We could throw away the non-masterwork stuff, I suppose. Like, the Warhammer's 5 pounds, it's worth 3 gold. Yeah, we can drop that. Masterwork Warhammer, 5 pounds, 100 gold. That's much better. It's a much better return on price. 2 pounds for 1 gold. Yeah, I don't need that. These are all 1 gold each. 21 pounds of daggers. You know what? Drop all those daggers. Quarterstaff, 4 pounds for 1 gold. It's a pity they were also in a shop here. 6 pounds for a gold. Yeah, no. Let's just drop all the non-masterwork stuff, basically. Until we're halfway through medium. Bastard sword. Keep the masterwork. Flails. Not really worth much. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Masterwork flail. Masterwork glaive. Ooh, oh! Marching terror? Whenever this glaive lands a hit on a new enemy for the first time, the target receives 1d6 negative damage. All other enemies in a 15-foot radius must pass a will saving throw or become frightened for 1 round. Wow, that's super good. Long spears, these are heavy and worthless. Masterwork greatsword. Heavy crossbow. It's 13 per... It's a bit more efficient money-wise, but Dwarven war axe, 8 for 8. It's exotic. That's kind of fun. Maybe I'll hold on to that. Hey, Onyx, by the way. Good morning. Scimitars, 4 for 4. You know. Light crossbow. Masterwork falcata. Regular longsword. The light mace is worth 1 piece each. Okay, our weight's gone way down. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll take this loot. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now our character's actually moving a bit faster. To the 2nd floor. We should save it as well now that we've... Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, this big battle, I think. Oh, look at that thing. Yo. Look at that. Okay. They're sort of making gestures at each other. Are we supposed to hear this? Or what? Oh, was I too slow? Uh-oh. I feel like there's supposed to be dialogue here. They're gesturing. He's waving. He's looking around. Wait. I mean, it's still going.
We are the light.
Okay.
Are the darkness.
Was there supposed to be some text there? I mean, they were just sort of waving at each... I mean, the recruit ran over and he joined the others. Cheeky bastard. Oh my god, there's cult... This is nutty. There's stuff on both sides. How long's left on Bless? 26 seconds? That's not bad. I guess you're just gonna run in there, huh? Okay, this is actually... oh, shit. We need to change our spellbook. You know, I'm just gonna put a shield on straight away. This is a big fight. Could enlarge someone. I don't think there's a point, though. Okay, I mean, we'll just go, I guess. Camelia's going in. Good luck to her. She's gonna need it. The Battle Spirit basically doesn't really stack with Bless, so we could just wait till Bless runs out. I'm very worried about her right here. Very worried. Don't die, Camellia. Okay, it looks like these enemies are pretty weak, so at least there's that. Camelia's taking some hits, though. Lan. Direct hit. One of these guys. Critical hit. Lan rounded a crit. Good job, Lan. Beast. Oh my god, look at this. This is... Oh! Man down! Man down! Oh boy. Nubkeks is down with shield and everything. Oh, Lan, you better activate these to shoot these dretches. Oh god. Oh, she's in trouble. I got nothing for you, girl. I got nothing. Good luck. Okay, she's down too. Oh, here come the Crusaders. Oh, the Crusaders are coming. Okay, good. It's a one-man Lan army. One-man Lan. Please stop blasting my dudes with negative energy. Not cool. We can turn that off. Save some of those. Alright. They're still blasting us even after we were down, the cheeky buggers. Hang on. Pause this. Masterwork Glaive. Some sort of scroll. What's this? Scroll of Cause Fear. Oh, nice. Masterwork Glaive. Don't mind if I do. Should check these chain shirts and stuff. See that they're not special. Regular dagger. Heavy crossbow. Protection from good. Masterwork Scythe. We're still alive. Remove sickness. Masterwork Scythe. I guess they all use the scythes like to copy Descari. I guess it's their thing. Chain shirt. Chain mail. Oh, that could be good. Very heavy though. No, it's probably not good. Light crossbow. Heavy shield. So there go the longsword. Masterwork Glaive. All the Masterwork Glaives. Scroll of Mage Armor. Very nice. Very nice. Pick light wounds. Light crossbow. Punching dagger. They're not worth anything, are they? No, one. Take the scroll. Light crossbow. Punching dagger. So much loot. What about over here? Is there loot over here? Oh, I'm paused. Oh, man. We're encumbered again? Oh, my God. Okay. Come on. No, the Bardiche. Keep those. Glaives, definitely. Ditch the heavy crossbows. Okay, that freezes up a ton of weight. They actually really added up. Here we got Masterwork Longbow. A short sword. Okay. Definitely 2 potions. Scroll of Remove Fear. Masterwork Glaive. All the looting. Masterwork Scimitar. Composite Longbow is actually worth quite a bit. It's actually good to have that. Leather. Masterwork Scimitar. Composite Longbow. Scroll of Summon Monster. Nice. That's actually very useful. Light crossbow. Punching dagger. Chain shirt. Dagger. Masterwork Glaive. Scroll of Doom? What does this do? Info. Fills the subject with a feeling of horrible dread. Makes them shaken. Okay. Scroll of Cause Fear. Masterwork Glaive. Daggers and chain shirts. Okay, good. Can we open this door? No, not yet. And this looks like it's closed off. Okay, let's go back. So, we're half dead. I'm not sure what I should do about that. I mean, she can lay on hands herself. So she's healthy, which is something, I guess. Like, do I want to use my potions now? I guess we probably should, just in case. Oh, I've got 10 potions. Okay, we can use potions. Get them at least over half health so we can take a couple of hits, right? So I've got a Scroll of Shield of Faith. So I'm going to give you... Oh, you can summon monster. I can summon monster. I'll take a summon monster. That could be useful. I'll definitely take the Mage Armor Scroll too. That's going to be very nice for me. Okay. I should probably use it straight away, in fact. Okay, I've got Mage Armor on. Do I? Yes, I do. Or did I already have it on? Oh, I think I already had it on. Oh, but it didn't use it. Okay, it didn't use it. That's nice, but I have Mage Armor on already. I've got 24 AC. What's this? Potion of inflict wounds? Oh, this heals undead people if you drink it. So not that useful for us. Keep the reduce person potion to just assign. She could use this scroll. Scroll of Haze of Dreams. What's this? Fill an enemy's head with waking dreams, a reminder of pleasures, delights, and terrors to be found in the dream world. I don't know if she's good at using magic things though, so it might not be that good. Got 2 serious wounds scrolls. Oh, serious wounds, moderate wounds. Okay. I could give her the Doom scroll. Or you could have this prayer scroll. That's actually a good one. That's very powerful. Okay. All right, we'll be fine with all this. All right. Let's quick save it, and let's go. Keep going. Okay, none of these doors are opening. It's battle. Just like charge. Okay, before we go.
Open your heart to me.
Bless us again. So I want to enlarge person, anyone? So we could enlarge nubkeks, I guess. We get a dex penalty, but it would make us hit harder. Probably okay. Might as well, right? She ever does it. There we go. Let's go. Double check the loot. I think we're fine. Short sword. Yeah, I think we're good. Don't think there's anything. Well, that person had a few bits. It's just the recruit who backstabbed us. All the weapons I'm leaving on the floor. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, wow. It's really sealing us up from going back, huh? Okay. Fair. Oh, hello.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh.
I love it. She has no eyes. That's so creepy. A demon.
What an unexpected surprise. Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me.
Uh-oh. Staunton's one of the guys with us.
Where'd I go? You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabras. She must be back to finish what she started.
Powerful Lilitu Minago is one of the demons whose name in Mendev are always spoken with a curse. She's the author of 2 of the most horrific atrocities in the history of the Crusades, the Fall of Dresden and the Red Morning Massacre of Canabras. Wow. Hey, demon woman. What's wrong with your face, huh? What's up with your face? Staunton, do you know this woman? Or this demon? Excuse me.
Does he know me?
Uh-oh.
Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we
Uh-oh.
were.
That's not good.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Yo, Staunton, bro, were you part of this?
Oh my.
Did he
like butter
betray Dresden?
melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
That's not good.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
He's a very angry dwarf. He's a very angry dwarf. Okay, we're going in. Camellia, we've got Bless on. I mean, I guess you just go in and, we could use our scrolls, I suppose. Is there really a point? Not super much. I no longer have shield on. That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, let's just go in. I think we're fine. Just go in. We can use this Light of the Angels, though. That'd be useful. Daze them. Oh, God. It's important that you don't die, though. Maybe we give her Bear's Endurance. That might be worth it. Or we could prayer. Bonus, a luck bonus, an attack, weapon, save, skill checks. Gives enemies a penalty. That would be good. Oh, she's down. Oh, God. Well, this isn't good. Use your good arrows, Lan. Oh, man. Wow, we are getting so wrecked. I should use heals. Well, I would love to use heals. Okay, we're fine. I guess we just accept that we're gonna get wrecked going through this place. But these guys are gonna tank for us, so I guess we're fine. Any more loot here that's worth it? Dagger. Gonna pause it so my buffs don't expire as well. Moderate wounds like crossbow. Shield of Faith. Masterwork Scythe. Dagger. I mean, I guess she, like, I don't know what else I can do. We have so much AC on, but it's just not enough, huh? Lore Religion check. I should be able to do that. Unholy Symbol of Discari, the demon lord who attacked Canabras. Drawn in human blood. Mobility, Lan should have that.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
You are so awesome, Lan. Alright. Ooh. That's cool. Man, like the spell. Oh god, we're huge. As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision begins to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening. Voices pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. Well, what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
She's not very nice.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves.
That?
So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruin shall be yours.
Let's see if we can make her talk. What are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon.
That's right.
We won't let that happen.
That's right. Ooh, you feel a sudden rush of wild rage. With it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It is like the power you felt in the shield maze when you were confronting Savamelech. Now it feels more fully fledged, more conscious. Oh, so I could embrace the demon thing. No, I'm good. I'm not evil. We'll stop you, demon. Attack. It's not something. That's not what our character would do. We would not succumb to the evil. We would not. Okay, I'm gonna shield up. You are gonna use your You move in a little bit. Use your scroll of prayer. Hopefully we don't die at this point. You're gonna have to bless us again. Hopefully these people come in and actually tank for us before we all die horribly. Okay, turn on your thing. What's happened to me? I'm fatigued, eh? Okay, well, that's a bummer. I've got shield on. Can activate my weapon enhancement. We're all on 1 HP.
I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone?
Did we beat her?
Here's a little demonstration.
I'm not sure if we beat her with a crit or if we lost. Met Manago, who has damage reduction. Okay. Camellia has divine zap. Okay. Physical and energy damage. Alright, alright, alright. Overcome stuff. Dior 5/adamantine means all physical damage reduced by 5 unless it's dealt by an adamantine weapon. To increase your efficiency in combat, try using this. Divine Zap. Unleash your divine powers against a single target to take 1d3 points of divine damage. Wow, it's really, really weak. Okay. Uh-oh. I think we won. I think we won the fight. I think, with a crit or something. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. You won't break us. We'll never give up. I'm kind of neutral. I'm not really good or evil. I'm more good, but won't stop a righteous army seems a bit silly. You won't break us. We'll never give up.
We'll never give up.
Yes.
We will not break. We will not run.
Got it, Lan.
It would be a shame if you died without ever surrendering. But honestly, I'll be satisfied no matter what way you die.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark.
Watch each other.
Oh man, so we're still fighting her? Some of these cultists are friendly. I think our whole team are stunned or something. Right, let's use the weapon. That might help. You could smite evil Manago. That might help. I really don't know. You could turn on your battle spirit. That might help. It might helps. So let's inspect her. Let's see what the deal is with her. So she is 10 damage reduction, except for good weapons or cold iron weapons. Okay, well all of our stuff is cold iron. So I think we're actually fine with that. Lan, if you shoot the cleric and use your thing. Oh, okay, never mind. The world went dark. I don't know if we won that or if we lost it. Did we get like, I don't know. But we survived, I think. Oh, okay.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy.
It's a bit weird.
But you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike
Okay,
back.
so we were supposed to lose that fight. Okay, that's fine. That's a lot of XP, though. Okay, what's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken.
Okay.
We will keep fighting.
I found a cultist dispatch. They're holed up in the Tower of Estrad.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
I am a hero. God damn it. I don't know. I think there's a whole bunch of weapons and stuff in there. I want them. What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the ward stone and blow up the whole barrier around the world wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the world wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a ward stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the abyss.
Man, the stakes are pretty high here, I'll tell you. They've really ramped it up. Tell me about the wardstone. Okay, we know about that. Can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the ward stone, and he raised
guy's
the
from
alarm when his
the
step
first
was
game.
finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone.
Oh. Okay.
Prelate Holrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
Sounds good to me.
There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
All right.
And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Jana Aldori. A
Aldori.
new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Jana had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Jana. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
All right, everything's clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day.
Ooh.
You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Excellent. All right. Very good. Look at me all glowy. I think that's because I got my weapon, my angel weapon thing off before we went. Ah, level up. Excellent. Excellent. Let's actually save the game here. Perfect. And let's level up. Let's do it. We're going to be Sword Saint again. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We're going to get Magus Arcana. Ooh, nice. Okay. We get 4 skill points as well. Fantastic. Keep it going in Persuasion. We could get No, I've got some athletics. Not a lot. Use magic device. What do I need to focus on? Okay, I can actually see. So, Lana's got athletics covered. I'm the only one with Arcana, so I'm going to get that. I could actually put 2 points in it. Knowledge of the world. I'm the best at it. Knowledge of nature. I'm the best at it. I'm basically super knowledgeable. I've got loads of points. Look at this. Look at me go. More knowledge of the world, I think, could be useful. This looks pretty good. Okay, great. Man, plenty of points. Plenty of points. Next. Oh, yeah, we should get Slashing Grace. Slashing Grace. So I can stab enemies with my sword or other slashing weapons. Awesome. Choosing one kind of light or one-handed slashing weapon. When wielding my chosen weapon, one-handed, which I always do, I can treat it as a one-handed piercing weapon. So now my slashing thing, the Monago part was very cool. So yeah, now we can basically, our dueling sword is both slash and pierce. It's both. And also we can use our dex instead of our strength modifier for damage. So very, very good. Dueling sword, yes. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, this is going to really up our power. Oh, and this is our Magus Arcana. So we could get Arcane Accuracy. We can spend part of our Arcane Pool. We normally use the Arcane Pool. It's what we've been using to just boost our weapon. With whatever it's called. I think it is this one, isn't it? Yeah, we give an enhancement bonus to our weapon. We could boost our accuracy, which seems very good. We give an insight bonus equal to our intelligence bonus on all attack rolls. Very good, because we've got a really good int. Could extend magic 3 spells per day as if they are modified by extend spell. That's very good too. Reach 1 master. I'm going to get accuracy. Yes. Please, accuracy. I get 2 more spells as well. Wow, we're getting all the spells. Maybe like enlarge person, reduce person. Yeah, sure. Why not? We've got almost everything else. Yeah, seems good to me. Okay, great. This is our result. So we got Arcane Accuracy. Perfect. Slashing Grace with our Dueling Sword. Enlarge person and reduce person. We can now learn those. Yeah, perfect. Complete. Complete. If I go into my character now. Oh, look, our damage just went way up. Damage went way up. I think. Did it? I think it did. Yeah, look at this. We now have +3 damage from our dexterity. Fantastic. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Our AC just went up as well. Canny defense just got stronger. And it's going to get stronger with 1 more level too. So our AC keeps going up as well. Now we still have all these buffs going, which is a bit cheeky, but that's okay. Oh, we can level everyone up. Fantastic. Well, let's do that. Lan, let's get you up too, buddy. Yeah, you keep going Zen Archer. You do that athletics, mobility. You're the man for that stuff. And perception. Great. Deadly aim. You can take a penalty on all range attack rolls to get a bonus damage. Nah, I don't know about that. Alertness, bonus on perception skill checks. Back to back. When flanked. No. Blind fight in melee. No. Coordinated defense. Adjacent to an ally with his feet, you gain bonuses. Okay, that's good, but not that good right now. Deft hands. Maybe just dodge could be useful. What's dragon style? Abilities dragon style. Call upon spirit of dragonkind, gaining resilience, mobility, fierceness from the blessing of these great beings. +2 bonus saving throws against sleep paralysis, stun. Oh, it boosts your... Okay. That seems more for melee. Endurance seems good. Sleep in light or medium armor without becoming fatigued. Huh. Interesting. I'm thinking dodge could be good, just +1 AC. That's always useful. Improved initiative is kind of good. +4 bonus on initiative. Martial weapon proficiency. Well, he doesn't need that. Mounted combat. I don't think he has a mount. Persuasion. Precise strike. Flanking stuff. Scribe scrolls. Craft scrolls while camping. Ah. Seize the moment. Okay. That's good, but again, it's more melee focused. Man, what's good for like a ranged person? Stealthy, stunning fist, throw anything. Toughness. 2-weapon fighting. Toughness is also good, just hit points. Combat casting. Meta magic. Well, no, he doesn't need those. Rapid shot. That would be good, but I think you can't use rapid shot as the monk. Dragon style does not work with bows. Yeah. I think we might just get him dodge. I think we might just get dodge. I think dodge would be fine. It's a prerequisite for mythic dodge, combat mobility, get dodge bonus to armor class against opportunity attacks. Okay, when moving in or out of threatened. Okay, that could be good. Crane style makes you better fighting defensively. That is useful. Crane riposte. Okay. Crane wing. You need a hand free though. I think just dodge might be good. Oh, you decided to level him up as a ranger instead? Could be good. Let's take dodge. And what's this then? At 3rd level, get point blank master as a bonus feat. Choose one type of ranged weapon. You do not provoke attacks of opportunity when firing the weapon when threatened. Oh. Longbow. Raise as well. That's pretty sick. Yo, how cool. So he won't provoke opportunity attacks. What do you get if you level him as a ranger? This would be the result. Oh, he's going to get his key power, extra attacks. I can make additional... Oh, an arm strike? Oh, not that useful. Zen Archery. Use wisdom instead of dex on ranged attack rolls. His dex and his wisdom are still the same. I don't know. Maybe we do switch him over to ranger. That might not be awful. This one seems a little wonky. What? I don't know. Let's Okay, so Zen Archer, he's gonna get these key powers. Oh, that's pretty fun. He's gonna get key arrows. Do unarmed damage with the arrows from your bows. Okay. Unarmed damage. So we unarmed. That's weird. But our unarmed damage, which I think ramps up as a monk, it gets more powerful as a monk, I guess, will now be used for our bows. Wielding a ranged weapon, you threaten squares within melee reach. Oh. So he could be like a melee archer. We can make him like a melee archer because, yeah, you know what? I think this is fine. He'd be a melee archer because he's not going to provoke. He's a point blank master. He's not going to provoke opportunity attacks. He'll be able to threaten people in melee. So we can just like run him into melee. He can be a melee archer. You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. It'll be a bit of fun. It'll be a bit of fun. Let's level up Camellia. She can stay as a shaman. That's perfect. Keep going with trickery. Can never have too much trickery. Man, she's a bit awkward, isn't she? She's kind of awkward. She's got the courtier competence. She has wisdom bonuses. She doesn't have really any intelligence, so she's actually not going to be good with Arcana or World. We can always respec them as well. I tweaked the difficulty, so we are allowed to do that if we want to. Mobility could also be okay for her. Perception is... I don't know if it's going to be that useful. Or like persuasion, she can maybe do some persuading stuff. Maybe. You know, let's give her some knowledge of nature. I don't really know what to do with her exactly. Weapon focus in rapier seems actually pretty good here. Yeah, that seems good to me. Weapon focus rapier gives her bonus on attack rolls. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, weapon focus rapier. Whole ton of new spells. Fantastic. Yeah, that's good. Does the ranger get a pet? I mean, we might respec Lan. Maybe. If he gets a pet, that could be fun. But for now, we'll stick with it. I'm going to keep her going as a paladin. It's going to be fine. Persuasion is really good for paladin. And then 3 mobility is good because 3 mobility makes her better when fighting defensively. It gives him like an extra AC, which is really nice. We could give her weapon focus. That could be good in longsword. I think that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'd be down for weapon focus and a longsword for her. She can be our longsword person. Longsword. Perfect. Mercy. A 3rd level, and every 3 levels thereafter, a paladin can select 1 mercy. Each mercy adds an effect to the paladin's lay on hands ability. Whenever you use lay on hands to heal damage to 1 target, the paladin also receives additional effects from all mercies. So we could remove fatigued, remove shaken, remove sickened. Prerequisites for mercy exhausted, for mercy frightened, for mercy nauseated. I'm not really sure. Blinded, confused, cursed, disease. Oh, diseased? That'd be good. Diseased, frightened, nauseated, paralyzed, poisoned. Yeah, poisoned would be nice. Remove poisons. Remove staggered. Remove stunned. Maybe we'll remove sickened. Immune to fear. That'd be good. I don't know which one of these are going to be more common. Like, is she immune to shaken? Fatigue is a good pick. Okay. Okay, we could remove fatigue. Sure. Okay, we'll get remove fatigue. Longsword focus. Divine health. Oh, she's immune to all diseases. Oh, nice. Aura of courage. Immune to fear. And each ally within 10 feet of her gets a +4 bonus on saving throws against fear effects. That is fantastic. Only works when she's conscious. Okay, she's not conscious that often, but that's really good. Excellent. Okay. Hey. This is not bad, huh? This is not bad. I've got +7 attack. Lan actually gets 2 attacks. Lan's doing great. And he's got good AC as well. She's got the 1 attack for now. We need to get her the fencing grace so she gets her dex bonus on her attack. And she's doing great. She's got a +9 to hit. Yeah, radiance, the weapon focus. She's got good strength. Okay, oh, also, while we're here, we should... Fatigue prevents you from charging. True, we should fiddle with our spellbook. So what I'm thinking, I think the 2 shields is pretty good. I'm actually going to put grease in my spellbook as well. Grease, I think, is going to be really nice. Basically, we put a pool of grease on the floor, knocks people over. It's going to give us some CC, which we've been kind of lacking. He has no spells. She just got a whole bunch of new spells, though. So level 1, she's got her 3 blesses and her enlarged person. That's good. Look at this, though. Okay, bull strength, she has to take it. And her special spirit magic slot. She gets some great stuff here. Protection from alignment communal is very good. We could, like, protect from evil. That's really nice buff. Bark skin is also pretty good. And she just touches people. So she can give this to anyone. +2 bonus on AC. That's pretty nice. What's aid? Morale? No. Cure moderate wounds, also pretty good. Just big ol' honk and heal. 2d8. +1 point per cast level. That's very good too. This is a bit of a tough one. Summon Nature's Ally 2, also useful. Do I need to worry about alignment with the Paladin Companion? So I don't believe your companions will change alignment. I do think that if you are playing as a Paladin yourself, I think if you change alignment, that, yeah, you do run into problems. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I'd be careful about that, yeah. +2 AC and +2 on saves. That's very nice. Lasts for a minute. Or do we just want the healing? Just straight up, just a bunch of heals. Maybe we'll just take the heals. I think we'll just take the heals. And she'll have a strength. That's very good. She does not have spells yet. Does she ever get spells? I guess not. I guess the paladin just doesn't technically, is not technically a caster. Okay, and I don't have level 2 spells yet. Fine. Okay. Cool. I think we're good. Oh, let's also just double check our inventory. See if we got anything useful. I don't think so. Armor. Oh yeah, we did get this ring. Oh! Ring of protection +1. Can we give this to her? Oh yeah, it gives her an extra 1 AC. Okay, that's important. I should have put that on before, so she doesn't keep flopping over. I mean, all of us have good AC, but it's nowhere near good enough for the difficulty. Personal chest. What's in here? Boots. Unidentified. You acquire this item while exploring the Grey Garrison. Amulets. Head Chomper. Oh, what's all this? Free Dancer's Boots. Competence bonus against movement impairing conditions. Oh look, and they give you a visual. What's this? +2 bonus on persuasion. Hey! And this... No, it doesn't have a visual. Still cool though. Oh, get enduring spells that can have 24-hour bark skins. That does sound good. So you think bark skin is better? I mean, bark skin's very good, and it does last 10 minutes per level. It would last for 30 minutes. You know what? Bark skin is pretty fantastic. Let's take some bark skins. The mythic abilities are broken. Yeah, so we're gonna be pretty underpowered till we get those. Now that seems good though. That seems strong. What else did I get there? I got like this guy. Summon a pet owl cat. Nice. Oh hell yeah, I want a pet owl cat. That's obviously a reference to the developer. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. Hell yeah. Do it. What? Do it. I'm not summoning him in. I don't know why. Maybe he just doesn't get summoned in the town. Hey, wait. Mind if I bend your ear about something? She's outside your door, leaning casually against a shelf. So, here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that. I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Alright. Everything seems clear so far. When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand. We've lost the upper hand. Now the vermin know they've lost the upper hand, that we are going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things can be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business needs taken care of, better do it. Oh gosh. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Talk to everyone here while you got a chance. It's gonna get destroyed. Okay. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No, your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy-like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need you to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move in this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? If you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Okay, everything's clear so far. So, the rift that damn beetle left with its scythe? Yeah, well, it cut the city into two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried it, to make sure. But if you got a mind to go across, I think you're going to have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once-over. Okay, thanks for the warning. See you later. Later. Watch yourself. Wow, so we're going to get warned to come back here, and we need to get back here ASAP when that happens. Gotcha. Oh, we should quick save as well. We're in a big old talky section. One of your friends plays Paladin exclusively, and he holds your team hostage. Oh no, you play Pathfinder like IRL, or is it just normal D&D? That's kind of funny though. He's like, you must do the lawful good thing. D&D. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh my god.
Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane, if you've heard rumors about me.
His face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces.
Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true.
What do people say about you?
They say I'm a traitor, as bad as Arila Vorlash, that I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned, that Queen Galfrey should have never spared me. I belong on the gallows.
He's a cheerful fellow. Arila Vorlash. Hardly any name arouses so much rage among crusaders as the name of Arila Vorlash, a Sarkorian witch who initiated the opening of the Whirlwound. Whoa, almost nothing's known about her life before the atrocity. She was condemned for using arcane magic, was persecuted in Sarkorsis, imprisoned in the Tower of the Threshold near the city of Iz. This is where she conducted the ritual, paved the way for the demonic invasion. Wow. In some mysterious way, the witch transformed herself, turning from a regular human into a half-demon. Over the following century, Crusaders only encountered her or the results of her experiments a few times, but learned nothing more of Discari's henchwoman. She holds a high position in the ranks of the Army of the Abyss, holds the title of World Wound Architect. Fun. What are the Condemned? A military unit made up of petty criminals, conscripted as disposable soldiers and frontline fodder in the Mendevian Crusades. Queen Galfrey, absolute monarch of the Crusader state of Mendev, leader of the Mendevian Crusades. Okay. You really don't have any friends?
I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the Condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She's no qualms about taking me into battle. She's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. I wonder if that's because she's like a lesbian. Maybe. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. I have no idea how they look at that in this world. You would think it'd be fairly unusual in a medieval sort of setting, but why do they hate you so much? You really don't know.
He gives you a long, morose look, then sighs.
I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in fortresses on the edge of the World Wound, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the Wound, the mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done, so that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the Condemned. As you can see, I fixed nothing. I've earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me.
No, spit in his face. Wow. I hope you earn forgiveness. I think we'll go lawful here. I think we'll go lawful. Oh, Arila Vorlash is the lady from the cover of the game. Oh, cool. That's cool. You keep living and fighting with no hope of anything better because that's what the Queen ordered you to do. There's honor in that.
You may be right, but you know, even stone and iron get worn down over time. I know what it means to live a regimented life, but I cannot rely on my discipline alone forever. I pray to Torag, though he does not listen, that my body breaks before my conscience does. Father of creation, stoic and serious dwarven god of the forge, protection, and strategy, who values honor, planning, and well-made steel. A whole city fell because of you? How is it possible? What do you mean, how? If you don't trust the words of Condemned, go ask somebody else, like my brother, Joran. If you still don't believe it, what's it to me? If you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1,000th time, don't.
Ooh. So many years in the Condemned. Surely you've paid your penance by now?
That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands.
He falls silent for a moment. Then in a trembling voice he adds,
The Condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priests. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the Father of Dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption?
Woo! Iori's motto... Oh, this is my god! Ioro's motto is, endure and renew. Don't let the hardships break you. Use them to become stronger. He gives you a long, gloomy look.
That's good advice for someone full of vigor who's never faced any real adversity. When true hardship comes, it doesn't ask your permission to break you. It just breaks you. And there's no coming back from that.
I need to find the Elf Call Storyteller. Do you know where he is?
A storyteller? Strange old fellow, that one. Used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. Later, I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He'd sit there day and night.
Go then. Maybe we'll see each other again. That's interesting. The Storyteller was in the first game. Now, I never finished the first game, so I don't know where it went, but I think he's a pretty good dude. Camellia. She looks over pensively, toying with a snake-shaped bone amulet that dangles from her pale neck. Noticing your glance, she flashes you a cold, barely there smile. Greetings. It seems for a moment that the girl wants to say something else, but the pause grows too long, and she slips back into cautious silence.
You don't belong in my party.
Your amulet's quite unusual. Where did you get it? Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you, this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? No, we know that her amulet, it disguises her alignment. So as far as we know, she's like chaotic evil or lawful evil. Like, we don't know. Your speech tells me you're of noble birth. She laughs in her practiced musical laughter as she watches you from under lowered lashes. You're most insightful, a fine quality to have. Her laughter ends, and unspoken words hang in the silence. I believe being of noble birth does not give anyone the right to look down on others. Forgive me if my questions disturb you. I couldn't resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I'll stop bothering you immediately if talking to me upsets you. Nothing wrong with being a noble. People are not born equal. Again, I'm lawful, so I'm like, the nobles are the nobles. I wouldn't have pegged you as a philosopher. Man, she does not tell much, does she? Where'd you learn to wield a rapier so well? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I'm a most diligent student. She licks her parched lips. Tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? She arches a dainty brow. I talk to the spirits of this tormented land, and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons. I swear you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me. I must respond. Please excuse me. She turns away, watching you at the corner of her eye. Man, she is like so dodgy. It's not even funny how dodgy she is. It's hilarious.
Oh, good old Horgus. 1,000 gold coins for you, just as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Horgus Squirm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation.
Nice. He looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently.
I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay you generously for your services.
What do you mean, a job for someone like me?
For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, then lie down drunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? Traveling knight, perhaps? Noble of heart, without a coin to your name?
He sizes you up critically, then sighs and shrugs.
You seem a reliable enough ally to me. You did get me out of those mongrel caves. Why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it?
Failed a perception check. I rolled a 1. He seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes him something. Okay. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I'd ask you to refrain from such statements in the future.
Oh, really? How impudent. No one dares tell Hogwarts Worm how to address the rabble.
Okay, what does this job involve?
You should be my bodyguard. You see, I've good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion's a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside, one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I've little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack. I expect the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abaddon knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I'd ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside the tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please, do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all.
What kind of reward will there be?
1,000 gold coins.
Diplomacy. Double the reward, I'll think about it.
Ha, you're right. For that kind of money, I could hire Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000's my final offer.
Right, deal.
Marvelous, most excellent.
His face relaxes, smoothing a few of the tense lines.
I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward.
Okay, I wonder if he will lower the reward. We need to bring Camellia. That's fine. I'd be bringing Camellia anyway. Okay, a strange figure towers over the bar. A huge, ungainly man with skin so milky white, his blue veins are visible even from a distance. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, blood-filled eyes stare impassively at you from beneath his pale brows. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands looks dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those calloused fingers would be enough to crush it. A gold medallion engraved with a tankard gleams round his neck. What'll it be? Oh, lore, religion check passed. The medallion you're wearing, that's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Callian?
I'm a tavern keeper, best in the city, best there's ever been. I pray to the best god there is.
I get 1 experience! Woo! Nice. Who are you? So it takes your measure.
Gemmel Hawks, vampire.
Are you really a vampire? He shrugs.
No.
How'd you end up in the city?
How did anyone end up here? How did you, or them? The world is big. There still isn't place for everyone. People who no longer have a life anywhere else, they end up here.
Any news in the city?
There are demons everywhere, and you showed up.
Are there places worth visiting?
If you mean places normal people usually stay well away from, there are plenty, like the Pitaxian wine cellar.
Oh yeah, Pitax. These are like the brigand city.
Once belonged to a Pitaxian trading house, then King Urivetti came to power in Pitax, and property started changing hands. Soon after, the cellar shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of him, mind, just his head. Numerian gangsters had taken possession of the place. They wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the street, and they ended up on the gallows. Then King Urivetti's number was up, so now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say a headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly, ooh.
After coming to the end of his story, unusually long by his standard, he just takes a swig from his tankard.
Just don't ask me how he makes any noise with no head. I wasn't there. Just tell it like I heard it.
I see you're not one for talking. He gives you a long, mournful look and says nothing. Right, what do you have? Can I sell you my junk? Deal. Great. Okay, great. I could probably just sell you everything. Oh, he's got loads of stuff. He's got great stuff. Gloves of the Neophyte. Whenever the wearer of these gloves casts a cantrip or first level spell, does additional damage per dice rolled. Dark Veil. Once per day, you can use this item to grant your party total concealment against range attacks for 1 minute. Dark Omen. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Wave of Fatigue. Oh, Bag of Holding Small. This is big. Carry an additional 100 pounds of weight without suffering any negative consequences. We need that. What's a Spicy Pastry? Oh, Comprehensive Guide to Cooking a Special Dish. Oh, I'll buy that. Let's sell them all of our weapons. I think if I double click, it sells all. I'll keep Marching Terror for now. The gloves are nice. Okay. We'll get more weapons, right? So I don't really need to hold on to anything. What's this? Oh, tome. I'll keep the tome, I suppose. Rapiers. Masterwork short sword. Like, I don't really think we need to hold on to this stuff, and it is heavy. It's heavy. Wow, he's gonna give me a lot of money for this. Oh hell yeah! Give me that bag of holding. Need that. So you think the gloves could be worth it? I could buy the gloves. I could buy the gloves. Oh, it works with sneak attack and spells? Waljeff is a companion I don't have yet. Wonder how much this is worth. Worth a lot of money. This could be worth it on some companion I don't have, so I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Mutated fish. I guess I don't really have anything that's that heavy. It's just the gear that's actually on me, I believe. Okay, I'll buy the gloves. I'll get the gloves. I gotta give him 200 pieces. That's fine. Deal. There we go. So I've got these gloves. Fantastic. He's in the tavern basement. Okay, I'll go there. I could buy some potions and stuff too if I wanted. A bit more mage armor could be good. A couple of those. Large reduce, protection from evil, potion of blur. Subject's outline appears blurred, shifting, gives you 20% chance to dodge stuff. That could be very good too. They're expensive though. Cure moderate wounds, cure serious wounds. Potion of heroism. +2, it's like a better bless. Okay, I think we'll probably save Potion of bless weapon. Huh. Magic weapon primary. Align weapon. Whoa, he's got really fancy things. I'll just take 2 of these potions for now. Okay, good. Take this magic missile scroll off. Usable stuff. I'll take the mage armor potion. I think it's important that I can put mage armor on myself. It's a lot of bonus AC. And it lasts a good long while. It's very good. Like that +4 AC is a lot. It makes up for the fact I can't wear armor, so I think it's worth it. It's like the gloves. I mean, I guess we could give her the gloves for now. Like, why not, right? Until we get this other guy you're talking about. Okay, good. I think we're good to go then. This. I think I could just use this. Copy recipe. Yeah, there we go. I think now we know how to cook that. So now we can cook something. Fantastic. Okay. New recipe. Spicy pastry. Right-click in inventory and choose memorize. I think copy was the same thing. I think. Bit weird that it says memorize there, but not in the game. Talk to Staunton. Oh man, there's a lot of people here. Let's go behind the bar first. Jurnog. Young man in well-worn traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Erastil on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as a bandage. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheafs of wheat under his breath. Raises his warm chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jurnog, servant of Erastil. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing here? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. There's a reason people say, have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but at least I can cut up bandages. You from around here? No, I was just passing through Canabras. I was sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Selin River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival. I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day and enjoy myself. I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek, where is that? It's a small fishing village, not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch. We need to get a priest in our party as well, a cleric. No one to give their dead a dignified burial. The world wound is a stone's throw away, so I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my god and my people. Chili Creek's revealed. Once we've held Canabras, I'll be going there. By the grace of the good gods we all survived this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village there on the banks of the river. Awesome. Aren't you, a young and inexperienced cleric, afraid to go to the border of the world wound? I won't lie, I'm afraid, but what can I do? Those villages are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. That's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world. Or maybe even 100, why not? But I don't have time to spare, so I want to spend my short life in the place where I'm needed most, even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. I could use the help of a cleric. He makes a helpless gesture. Erastil knows I'd be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted. I've no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. I got to go. May Erastil watch over you. Okay, so we might meet him later. Forn Autumn Haze? A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. I wonder if this is like a backer or something like that. He's pale as a ghost, his arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes. Even in such a miserable state, he manages to remain calm. I'm Forn Autumn Haze at your service. Do you need help? Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. A local healer tended me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. I'm Nubkeks. You can trust me. I might be able to help you. It'd be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who's your quarry here in Mendev? I was hunting a fugitive, a Descarite by the name of Kaylessa. Pains me to admit there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Canabras, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared, and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued, and couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred, only compassionate sorrow. I'm sorry for your misfortune. I hope things will turn out differently next time. There's no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races. We learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I'll be more prepared when next we meet. I could aid you in your hunt. I thank you, but this is my mission. I'm used to facing all manner of terrors on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kaylessa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It is warped. The agate skin, the malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. Knowledge World. What does she look like again? Failed. Interesting. Her skin is dark, preternaturally white. Red eyes can see perfectly in the dark, which to my dismay I've come to know from experience. Bright light causes her pain. I use an alchemical powder that explodes in a dazzling flash. She cried out as if I stabbed her. Alright. More about you. No more questions. Okay. Unfortunately, we failed that. Maybe we would have known. That's okay. Over this way. We talked to Staunton. Got a few people here. We've got a Nevia. We've already talked to her. Does she have anything else to say? Oh, hey, Nevia in muted colors blends almost perfectly into the background. She appears relaxed, but her seemingly unfocused eyes are taking in everything around her, tracking and filtering potential threats. The only tell is the way she drums her fingers on her hip near her weapon sheath. She shows no sign of her injuries and confidently leans on her previously broken leg, pretends to have just noticed you, even though she watched you approach from afar. Oh, hey, see how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if I feel like it. Any suspicious places in the city I should pay attention to? There were a couple of spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have time. There really is a den of cultists there. Be good if you could swoop in there and bust some heads. Don't even need a search warrant. First one is the Silken Thread. It's a funny little tailor shop. Doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. But they always seem oh so busy. They're busy with something in there, alright, but sewing ain't it. Second one's the Alchemy shop, Topaz Solutions. And they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going on in that place. Cool. Alright, great. Awesome. Man, there's so many side quests to pick up, it's crazy. Let's talk to these guys first. Visalia Rathymus, a stout old man with a fuzzy grey beard, mumbles a prayer. He looks as tired as everyone else in the tavern, but determination snaps on his haggard face. What can I do for you? Who are you?
Visalia Rathymus, rector of the local temple of Abadar. The temple is gone, though, and if we snooze here for much longer, the city will be lost as well.
Who's that boy with you?
This one? Keado, the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Erastil, though, but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older.
What kind of help can I expect from you?
First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you'd better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself. I'm too old. My powers are needed here.
Let's see your scrolls. Okay, he's got scrolls. Straightforward enough. Bunch of scrolls. Oh, Scroll of Raised Dead for 6,000 though. Lesser Extend Meta Magic. The rod grants this wielder the ability to make up to 3 spells per day be extended. That could be pretty good. Does this get used up? Or is it just a permanent thing? He has an Amulet of Natural Armor and Ring of Protection. Bracers of the Wizard. Bonus and Arcana checks. This would not stack with Mage Armor, I'm pretty sure. Gives you armor bonus. +2. Nice, though. We don't have much money. We come back at some point. He's got some pretty decent stuff. He's a lot of scrolls. Alchemist kit. Create potions. Oh, that seems pretty good. I'll get an alchemist kit. A scroll scriber's kit. He's got some stuff here. Icy Protector. Ring gives you cold resistance 10. If the wearer has the ice plant hex, gives them +2 more. Natural armor bonus. Oh, that's nice. That'd be good for Camilla. Guardian of Life. As long as the wearer of this amulet is under the effect of the Death Ward spell, they gain +2 morale bonus and AC against the attacks of undead creatures. If they use any single target Cure Wounds spell on a target whose current number of HP is 0 or less, the target's healed for an additional number of HP equal to the number of hit dice. Cool. Look at all this. Man, he's got so much. He has an insane amount of stuff. It just keeps going. Wand of Ray of Frost. Oh, it does 1d3 damage. Okay, that's kind of useless. I'm just looking for stuff that's like super cheap. Protection from good, protection from law. Surprised he's selling those. Protection from arrows, communal. Oh, nice. Scroll of Curse of Idiocy. Man, summon monster 4, Direwolf? It might be worth buying some of these. Scroll of Genie Kind, Marid. Whoa. Wand of Reduced Person? It's kind of nice. It's 34 charges. That's actually pretty good. I'd consider coming back and buying that. Some of those wands. Wow, he has so much stuff. Wand of Shocking Grasp? Ooh, Wand of Enlarged Person. Wow. Just keeps going. Wand of Stone Fist. Wand of Molten Orb. Cool. I'll pay you 200 for those kits, though. That might be good. Keado. Helps, he believes helps on the way, huh? An optimist. Van greets you. Here for a chat? Been waiting for you to come and see what strange beast you've taken into your party.
I don't think you belong in my party.
What do you think of life on the surface? Must be very different from life underground.
Of course, as far as living conditions, the surface is definitely a better place to be. It's easier to get good food and water, not to mention build a house and even grow a few things. In older, well-established settlements, you don't have to deal with anything scarier than rats or maybe foxes stealing chickens. As for the kind of lives you have, I heard a story about demon worshippers abducting a whole family and sacrificing them one by one while the others watched. But there were some brave crusader knights nearby. They killed the villains and saved everyone. I heard another story. A young blacksmith lost his arm in a fire, couldn't work to feed his wife and baby. They tried their best, lived from hand to mouth, but they were still destitute. In the end, the desperate blacksmith robbed a traveler one night on the road, but there were some brave crusader knights nearby, and they caught the robber and threw him in prison. Not long after, his wife smothered their baby and hanged herself. That's a nice story, Lan. Thanks for that. Up here, the same person can proudly say he's protecting the innocent from demons, then look the other way while some innocent starves just because they were born into a poor family. Queen Galfrey prolongs her life with sun orchid elixirs that cost enough to feed an entire city. Back in our caves, everyone is equally poor. If one person starves, the whole tribe starves. We don't abandon our own in times of trouble. That's the power of a tribe. The laws of the surface are made so that some get everything and others get nothing. I might just be a naive fool from the caves, but I don't understand how it's possible to have so much more and share so much less. Anyway, look who I'm talking to. You must know life on the surface better than I do. I'm lawful. We're in a struggle for our very survival against the abyss. There's no time to upend society in a quest for fairness. It's actually true. So, you think if the world wound hadn't happened, the surface would have already changed for the better? I'm not so sure. I'm not even sure my kinfolk would find their way to inviting their own aristocracy. Oh, I'm not even sure my kinfolk wouldn't find their way to inventing their own aristocracy if they ever got their hands on anything valuable enough to divide unfairly. What's the point of being prince of all caves, holes and gorges, if your only throne is a boulder, your only crown is made of rat skulls? Wow, I'd like to know more about you. Let me guess, your first question is, can you wear a hat with your one horn, am I right? Wow, you speak common much better than the rest of your tribe. Funnily enough, common isn't all that common underground, but your observation is correct. I used to live on the surface with my parents for a while, had a chance to learn a couple of things. The language, the fact that every peasant who sees my scaly mug screams demon and runs away. I don't know if you're interested, but my mom wasn't from an underground tribe. She was a smuggler, the kind that used the dungeons of Canabras to secretly move and store goods. One time, two gangs couldn't agree on how to share a prime cut, got into a fight, and the winners threw the losers down a hole, dead and living alike. My dad went to check if the corpses had anything useful on them, and he found a girl from the surface, barely clinging to life. An incredible feeling sparked between them. Or maybe the girl just liked men with scales and a cat nose. That might be it. One way or another. He got her back on her feet. He later even left his home caves. She left her smuggling behind, and they began an honest life together. That's the delightful story of how old Lan came into this world. The next chapter, however, my family and I never stayed in one place for long. We lived somewhere, sometimes on the surface, sometimes underground. We couldn't find a place to call home. Living in the caves was hard on my mom. My dad's appearance raised too many questions in Mendev. They're at war against the demons, after all. In the end, my parents decided to stop making each other miserable and separated. My father and I returned to our tribe. I think the peasants screaming demon had something to do with it. Or maybe Dad just couldn't stand life without rat tail soup. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. So his mother's still out there somewhere. Mongrels have short lifespans, but you don't look like you're getting old or dying. How old are you? I'm old as I look, no surprises there, but remember Sul? He's 10 years older than me. I remember him back when he was a fearless warrior, and day by day I watched him turn into an old man, him and my father. It happens very quickly. First, you miss a shot because you don't see the target as clearly as you used to. You think it's because your eyes are tired. You tell yourself it'll get better tomorrow. Then you notice you're having trouble breathing, that climbing is harder than before. Your fingers stop bending, you have to tie your sword to your hand. Can't even put on your greaves without help. When you're washing your face in a stream, sometimes you catch sight of a grey-haired, wrinkled old man you don't recognize. And this goes on until one day, You come across a cave beast, and you realize you can't outrun it. My dad kept diaries, marking all the signs, and I saw it too. The last year I had to help him get out of bed, help him dress, remind him to eat. Sometimes he forgot my name. I told him we should have stayed out on the surface. He joked that dodging a goddess was behavior unworthy of a crusader. He meant Pharasma. Every morning I wake up and check how I feel, but there are no signs yet. Even so, I know I don't have much time. I need to do something useful before I forget why I came here. Did you come with me so you could see the surface again? No, that wasn't it. I just don't have much patience for certain types of creatures. Demons, I mean. If they want to destroy Canabras, I'll be on the side of the people they're attacking. Lan, you're my companion, and companions should trust each other. I'm counting on you to give me honest answers, not excuses. He looks ashamed. I guess you're right. I shouldn't have been so evasive. It's just that some things are hard to talk about. My family, for example. My birth, hell take me, turned out to be a great misfortune for my parents, all because I'm relatively healthy. I'm the best thing that came from a marriage between a cave-dwelling mongrel and anyone from the surface. A healthy child with the right number of hands and feet, no apparent defects, no missing organs or other problems. They saw hope in me, so risked having more children. They thought it would somehow be alright. I could have had 4 brothers. The first was born 2 years after me, and died 3 years later. He didn't have a nose, nothing even remotely resembling one. He could only breathe through his mouth. Mom and Dad were afraid to take their eyes off him for fear he'd choke and suffocate on something. In the end, it was his weak heart that killed him. Then there was another pregnancy, and birth. I pretended I was sleeping, but snuck out of my bedroom and listened under the door. All those hours. It was very strange, but I never heard the newborn screaming. Mom moaning, yes. The priest praying. Then I dared to open the door a little and looked inside. The priest stood there, very pale. One of them was holding something, a small object that fit in his palm. He asked, "Do you know what this is?" And the other said, "I think it's a head." Enough, you don't have to keep going if it hurts you. Hell no, I started to tell you I'll make it to the end. You want to know why I followed you to the surface? Well, here's the reason. It turned out that this time Mom was expecting triplets. The first of the babies was born in pieces. The 2 others didn't live long enough to draw their first breath. About 3 weeks later, my father took me to the caves. He didn't want to leave, I could see it in his face, but I think my mom and he decided it together. The curse my people have carried since the First Crusade stood between them, not to mention the 4 dead babies, and old age was rapidly taking its toll on my father. After he returned to the cave, he only lived another 4 years. So if you're asking me why I decided to go up with you to the surface and join the Crusaders, well, the answer is I've always wanted to. I was afraid to leave my tribe, but it always haunted me that I'd die in a world where 4 crusades could do nothing to stop the beast from the abyss, and the number of victims kept growing. I want to change that, or at least try to. And if changing the things is too much to ask, then at least get a little revenge. The ones who are behind the world wound owe me a great debt. The lives of 4 brothers, all my mother's tears, my father's broken heart. It's a lot. It's so much that killing a couple of demons won't do it for me. I want to do something real. I'm ready to pay any price. Call it my personal crusade if you like. I used to think that things would be better if I'd never been born, but now I think I was born for this, to settle the score. Damn! Man, this is... Lan! What a companion! This is crazy. Wow. Why didn't you join up before? Would you like to find your mother? Yeah, would you like to find your mother? No. The word flies from his mouth faster than an arrow. Then after a pause he continues. I don't want to meet her, not because I feel any resentment. It's just that she's a half-elf. She's barely got her first grey hair, and I'll be a ramshackle old man. She's buried enough children. There's no need to make her witness the death of another one. I hope you understand. Wow. I'm very sorry, truly. He smiles, this time sadly. Well then, I'm very lucky. I met someone who not only helped me choose the right path, but is happy to listen to my whining. Why didn't you go and join the Crusaders before? I couldn't just abandon my tribe. I'm their best hunter. They'll have it much harder without me. But now that the demons have nearly destroyed Canabras and the caves almost collapsed in our hands, sitting and waiting it out just wasn't an option anymore. Anyway, I'm more useful up here than I am down there. Plus, the chief let me go, which means my debt to the tribe has been paid.
Your parents' love didn't survive hardship, but that doesn't mean the same thing will happen to you. What if you find true love, someone who won't leave you no matter what? And break my beloved's heart when I die in her arms 5 years later? That's a fine thing to do to the person you love. Then again, there's a chance it'll inspire some tragic bard to write a tearful ballad. Thanks for sharing, Lan. Thanks for listening. Well, let's change the tone. Can you wear a hat with one of your horns? Sure I can, but certain designs don't suit me too well. Okay. I want to talk about Wendog. Are you sure? Alright. Were you just friends, or were you more than that? Wow, you really don't pull your punches, do you? There was a time when I asked myself the same question. Wendog knew me better than anyone. She understood me better than anyone. She was the first girl I ever, you know. But we never loved each other. Maybe I could have grown to love her, but it always seemed like she never understood what love was. Maybe she just wasn't capable of those kinds of feelings. Tell me about your connection to Wendog. My connection to her? I mean, where do I start? We grew up together, trained together. She was the chief's daughter. She was groomed to be the best all her life. Then I came along. We were rivals, but we dragged each other out of tight spots too. I've always been drawn to grand, heroic gestures, sometimes idiotic ones, whereas Wendog liked to roam unexplored passages, finding new caves, making maps. She wanted to be a great huntress, the one who'd make it through the shield maze, but instead it'd be better if she died. The death of a friend is painful, but watching a friend become a shadow of their former self is unbearable. She doesn't think she's a shadow of her former self. Of course, she thinks she did everything right, because the second she starts to doubt herself, she'll have to face the truth, to admit she's just a cannibal that the demons use as they wish. She wants to get stronger and stronger, but for what? I'll never understand what drives her. Alright, thank you, Lan. Oh my god, that was only talk about you! Oh my god. Oh my god. You said you're prepared to risk your life to do something meaningful. What did you mean? To invent a new salad and have it named after me, he remarks grimly, then he sighs. Truth be told, I don't know. Be much easier if all I wanted was to kill demons, then a few more demons, and more demons after that. Good, honest rage, and no needless brooding. I think I actually envy the warriors who can live like that, but I can't. If life's taught me anything, it's that there are no easy choices. Dying a glorious death isn't enough. Some heroes of the Crusade did that and also saved entire settlements, erected the ward stones. Their actions kept the lands of Mendev safe for decades. That's what I want, for my dumb short life to have meant something. You think I have an exaggerated opinion of myself? Some scaly freak crawls out of the caves and wants to take control of the ward stones and flaunt Iomede's banner? Any fool can charge at the front lines of the demonic armies and die there. But what good will that do? I want something meaningful, you know? Even if I have to pay the highest price. Especially if I have to pay it. There are plenty of worthier people who need to survive this war and tell everyone else what nutcases we were. Wow. Lan is cool. What a character. What a character. Pink Eye and Indara? Who's Pink Eye? Listen to this woman. Isn't it amazing how much nonsense can fit into a small package? An imposing young Oread is surrounded by a crowd of crusaders who are hanging on to her every word. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between Jestka legionaries from the last war and the Crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they were imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine, not a ragtag bunch of individuals, but a united whole. Jestka Imperium, the first human kingdom. Alright. So this is probably like ancient Rome sort of thing. Now tell me again why I'm supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults, where everyone is fighting for their ego and the right to beat their peers to a swift but pointless heroic sacrifice? Some of the Crusaders grumble unhappily, but it's clear they are captivated by the woman's words. The only exception is a scraggly, disheveled halfling monk, whose puffy black eye gives him away as a brawler and a troublemaker. He enthusiastically pushes forward and tries to engage, but one of his friends swiftly jabs him in the back with an elbow, making the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. Looks like we got ourselves a student of warfare. She gives you a suspicious look and raises an eyebrow. Were your words meant to recognize my achievements, or start a fight the way the Mendevian Crusaders usually do? One of the Crusaders angrily curls his
fist tightly and retorts with a burst of passion. If those gists of yours or whatever had come for us, we'd have their guts for garters. You think we've never fought a mighty adversary before? Okay. Nice. He plans to enjoy the confrontation. Wow. The woman chuckles before cutting off her interlocutor. I'd love to see you storm a 60-foot tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries siege fortifications on its back. I'll have you know these fortifications were defended by Gistkan priest craftsmen armed with demon-bound war machines. They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. The lecture's over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? Well, we can just attack her? Wow. Who are you? I'm Indara, warrior, magus, scholar of classical warfare from Garand. I admit I'm mildly offended by the fact that my name is clearly unfamiliar to you, but I'm willing to accept this is due to Avistan's isolation from the sophisticated culture of the world at large. You've come a long way to be here. I like to think of myself as an inhabitant of Golarion. I don't narrowly identify with any country in particular. Why did you come here? To witness a legendary war. The confrontation between denizens of a plane famous for its love of violence, and the crusaders from every continent, united by the common goal of defending their home. An epic struggle of colossal proportions. That hasn't been particularly epic so far, truth be told. Maybe she just can't see it from here. The view will get way more epic if she starts hiding among us and takes a walk outside. The woman smirks contemptuously. Wow. It looks like you know more about warfare than any of us. Oh? Am I hearing things, or did someone finally acknowledge my competence in the art of warfare? Perhaps there is a sufficiently open-minded person among the Crusaders after all. I find myself pleasantly surprised. Why don't you join the Crusaders and show them how fighting should be done? No. I'm a historian, an analyst, a theorist. Do you know what these three words have in common? They describe a mortal woman who does not participate in the conflict upon which her thesis will be founded. But then again, I'll hardly be able to describe this mess as anything other than a feeble likeness of the last war of Gistka. The more dangerous the upcoming scuffle is, the more motivated we are to find clever, pretty words to justify not actually doing the fighting. What is this last war you mentioned? The last war of Gistka, of course. A large-scale conflict that took place 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. It was a war against the Assyrian pharaoh of forgotten plagues. The war that ended the legendary Gistka Imperium. An epic struggle that became the most vibrant page in military history. Alas, all conflicts that followed it were but a pale shadow, including the one I'm witnessing here. Man, geez, stuck up your own butt, aren't you? Why do you find it so inspiring? Imagine legions of golems imbued with extraplanar spirits marching into battle. Imagine flying cities that swoop out of the clouds, like terrifying monstrous birds of prey, to drop forces on top of enemy castles. Picture gigantic mechanisms powered by captive and very angry demons and devils. Imagine standing in the warpath of walking citadels, or having to cover your ears to block out the sound of cannons loaded with shrieking elementals. Finally, imagine the ultimate weapon that defeated the Gistka, the deadly night plague. This affliction was an attack dog, a trained epidemic, a tamed pestilence, striking only those who its master wanted to kill. Imagine all the terror, and understand no flight of fancy can even come close to the horror of the nightmares that were made real. How do you know so much about it? I can say without false modesty, there's no more authoritative researcher on Golarion when it comes to the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of things. Okay, whole life dedicated to the subject. Alright, cool. You're wrong to treat the Crusaders with such disdain. Allow me to explain. A debate? Oh, I'll be happy to prove the current conflict can't hold a candle to the last war of Gistka. Very well. The last war was waged using a significantly greater number of troops. Both sides relied on reinforcements from allied planes. Their strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of the above applies to this war of yours. Compared to the Gistka, we are but stone club-wielding kobolds. I'd like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel from Dagon, an advisor to the pharaoh forgotten plagues. I doubt you'll comprehend the true genius of his statement, but here it is nevertheless. A gadfly sees the ox pays no heed to the gadfly, but crimson fever takes them both. We could do diplomacy or knowledge world.
Diplomacy is better. The events of the past are shrouded in legend, but the fate of the world is being decided here and now. That's what you fail to grasp. Or I could say, the principles of war are always the same. Weapons, causes, resources may change, but the foundations remain immutable. Let's go with this. I actually prefer this answer too. The events of the past are shrouded in legend, but the fate of the world is being decided here and now. That's what you failed to grasp. Succeeded. The earnestness on the faces of those around you is taken away in Dara's panache, encouraging her to backtrack and stumble over words. Of course, I'm not trying to diminish the importance of current events. What I'm trying to say is that from the standpoint of history, and particularly the history of warfare, the true importance of these developments won't become obvious until later. She offers a pretentious dismissal. As a scholar, I cannot deny there's a certain truth behind your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline rooted in fact and an evidentiary base that grows ever more meager the further the described period is from the present moment. Of course, if I were to argue in bad faith, the way Crusaders embellish their tales of slaying a single Rimmerak by adding a dozen Baelors, for example, I could win this debate. But I am above such things, and therefore I'm forced to admit your skepticism is not entirely without merit. Wow. Have you changed your mind about joining the Crusaders? I don't see the point. You Crusaders appear to be quite confident in your skills. If nothing else, you presented your arguments to me with extreme confidence. She unbuckles her sword belt and hands you the weapon. This is a worthy blade. It will be of use not only for the strong, but also for the wise. Clov Jistka. And this is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics to drive their prey like herds of livestock. It's about time I got back to my research. Stay safe. Jeez, whew, what a lure dump. And she just teleported away. Okay, that's kind of cool. What did she give me? She gave me a short sword. Oh my god. Claw of Jiska, a straight sword forged by the craftsman of Garand. The scabbard is decorated with engravings to depict battles between Assyrian and the Jiska Imperium, accompanied by musings embroidered in golden thread. +1 flaming short sword. Flaming. The weapon is sheathed in fire that does an extra 1d6 points of fire damage on a successful hit. What does this even look like? So she would have +8, 7 to 17. She does way more damage. She only loses +1 attack. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I think I'll go with that. Damn, dude. Sela, you got yourself a heck of a weapon. Holy shit. Anything to say, Pink Eye? No. Whew. Let's quick save it after that. Absolute. Who's Hilor first? A tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely grey and shorn close to his head in a military style. He's lean, well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest that here's a man who's always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I'm Hilor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there's almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with the demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone, without the support of the Society. I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries. Okay, so I think this guy, yeah. Oh, we need good training. Get a great mentor from Absalom. For the first few times, he'll train your fighters free of charge. Okay, so we can retrain people. So this is the retraining, which I did enable in our difficulty settings, just because I think it's a lot more fun. So we can retrain. That's cool. We could also, wow, 4,500 gold. We could get a mercenary, which is like a, we can create our own companions, basically. That's cool. Tell me about your confrontation with the Spinner of Nightmares. It all began with a task of the Pathfinder Society. What is the Pathfinder Society? Globe-spanning organization. They're adventurers. Okay, cool. I arrived in Nerosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falren. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falren was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of Mind, had gotten a foothold at the hospital. They are obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeting fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. When they returned, they were different, almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their minds. And they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, even kill. The Labyrinth of Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles in Mendef, but Baron Falron stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath, too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom till the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things. They fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could, but the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter, Lori, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. On that note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Lori back at any cost. Okay, more about you? No, that's okay. I think that's just lore. I was hoping there'd be a quest, but I think it's just lore. Pure lore. Pure, unadulterated lore. Let me also move my bar around. I don't think we need spell strike and stuff on the bar. Dismiss spell is useful to have. But now we've got our weapon enhancement. Or we've got our accuracy. Intelligence bonus. And like, we've got a +4, right? We have a +4 bonus. Yeah. So this gives us +4 on all attack rolls at the end of our turn. That's very good. Very good. I don't need acid splash on my bar for now. Okay, cool. Cool. Talk to Sela. So we're dropping some frames. Hang on. I hope we're going to be okay here. Why am I dropping frames? Is Steam trying to update something? I don't know. Not sure why we're dropping frames. Hopefully the internet stabilizes. Bit annoying. It's not, hopefully not too bad, but... And we'll see. It's not an issue with... Hopefully it's not an issue with my hard drive. No, it shouldn't be. I'm not sure. Anyway, talk to Sela. Hey there. During that march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. High time I shake your hand. Cool. Great. Irbeth said your friend, Jana Aldori, is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Irbeth's worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you, but since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Canabras a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. So we should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Jana's a good fighter, even if she's green. She couldn't have become an Aldori otherwise. I hope that means she's alright. Alright. What do you think of what's going on in Canabras? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? She smiles brightly, gives you a worried look. Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blasé. Many good people and our protector, Terendilov, died here in Canabras. A paladin of Iomade is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better we hold off on grief until we've driven the last demon and cultist from the city. We could be lawful. There's wisdom in the traditions of mourning, and one shouldn't reject them. All the more so if inappropriate merriment could offend the other mourners. Many people's loved ones perished in Canabras. You know, I don't really mind. Everyone grieves in their own way. I'm not bothered by how you talk. What matters is how you fight. Now you're talking sense. Well, you can trust in my sword. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking... Well, let's know more about you. Of course, answer anything, I'll answer honestly. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, mostly from the Knights of Iomade. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other place. You've come to Mendef by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. A traveler is expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I've only 3 tales of any interest. I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging, and that just won't do.
especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with chupacabras. You can't tempt me with a story about fighting chupacabras and not follow through. What are chupacabras, by the way? Incredibly repulsive magical beasts, fast and dangerous. They can... Well, looks like someone's fooled me into starting the tale. I guess now I'll have to tell the whole story. Picture a small town in Kadira, and down in the dungeon there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them, the rope's been bought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin of Iyomide appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live, if they survive, that is. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death, with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So, here we are, traveling through the desert, me and my friend, a Pastry of Sarenrae, along with the little ratfolk fellow who'd asked for our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the ratfolk village and saw their bodies lying around, all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little ratfolk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went in all brazen-like. The sun was high. Vampires couldn't attack until dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the ratfolk, and Kyra. That was the name of the priestess. And we all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabras surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, and our ratfolk friend wounded and down, the teeth of the quickest of those blast monsters was clenched on Kyra's shoulder. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kyra. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, this was it. A moment before we were lost. A moment later we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead, one by one. The little ratfolk is reunited with his family, who are hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in its journey through the afterlife. Wow. It's a good story. He could have died in disgrace on the gallows, but instead he died a hero. And I'd fancy the stunt earned him some points at his final judgment. It's smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kyra, and all the ratfolk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. By the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. What made you become a principal of Iyomide? Her gaze sharpens momentarily, then she sighs. That's a serious question and a good one. You should ask it of your companions, but it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought. I was a hired sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? Back then, Solku was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among the victims. People have heard about new deaths before they finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Iyomide brought a glimmer of hope to the city, but while others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. Ha! A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knights' camp and steal one of their mithril helms. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Alchemy was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll like all those she'd fiercely driven from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal, but who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker, or the young thief named Sela? Even a seemingly small misdeed can have terrible consequences. Yes, you're right 1,000 times over. I hate to say it, but I just didn't see it back then. If I'd never got that lesson, my eyes would probably never have been opened. Who knows what would have happened to me if it weren't for Alchemy and her bravery, and her death. Maybe the world would know Sela as a bandit, not as a knight and protector of those in need. There's a saying I like to remember. People rarely find redemption on their own. Someone must show them the way. But you were asking what brought me into the ranks of Iomide's warriors. We all chose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, some by a desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Alchemy died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. Then I realized I wouldn't make the world any better. I decided instead I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been, and protect the innocents that she would no longer be able to protect. What are the principles Paladins of Iyomade follow? I'll tell you. I like to recite our code. Feels like I've said it 1,000 times, but it never gets old. There's strength in these words. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I've lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the Inheritor. I will channel her strength through my body. I will shine in her legion. I will not tarnish her glory through base actions. I am first into battle and the last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honor sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honor of my fellows, both thought and deed. I'll have faith in them. When, in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender, I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honor to worthy enemies and contempt to the rest. I will suffer death before dishonor. I will be temperate in my actions and moderate in my behavior. I will strive to emulate Iyomade's perfection. Cool. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking for something more? How about covering myself in glory, becoming a hero of 100 ballads, or at least a dozen if they're lively ones? Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve good. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me. There's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim, the war against the World Wound. That's why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things. Ordinary misfortunes, you know? I always liked being a wandering knight because any moment I could get up and go help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped. Or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big important goal. I'll be happy to help those who need it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Thanks for speaking with me. Until next time. See. Whew! Oh my god, all of the lore! Yeah, we're still dropping frames. I might actually restart the stream. I might do that in a minute and see if that will help things. Because we're dropping frames here and there. We're not too far behind though. The thing that can happen is that when we start dropping frames, sometimes the stream starts lagging behind. It's kind of weird like that. It's some weird internet issue I've been having the last few days. Any success? What's our main objective? You heard what that demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone, blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city would be destroyed. Okay. So, that's fine. Okay, I have to go. We can talk to her later. Actually, my voice is overworked. Ooh, loot? Loot? It's a book. Okay. It's too long. My poor throat. My poor voice. It's being used up. There's loot here. And loot there. Let's grab this loot. Give me all the loot. Outside to the basement. Oh, the basement. This is where you guys were saying there's a companion. Save it. Oh, I didn't click save it on time. Let's save. Quick save is fine, I think. Loot. Scale mail. A dart. None of that's really worth taking. What about... Oh, here we go. Surrender thy soul, Delvin? Iyomade, protect us. Ha, got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove 'em, tiefling. Whoa there, easy, chief. Don't hit me. I don't think that they're stealing in the game. I could be wrong, but I don't think that they're stealing. Maybe there will be, but I think it'll be... If it isn't, I think games like this, it tends to have like a red outline or something as the usual like indicator that it's bad. This stuff seems fine. Old map of Avestan. Some stuff, just stuff to sell. Another old map. We've got outside. Got like levers and stuff. Let's talk to these guys first. Delvin, go ahead. I can talk to the guy.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out.
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
He rattles his chains and gives you a meaningful look. What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff. If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
Probably stole something.
He was caught thieving.
Yeah. Your shadow, what was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
I can't help you while you're chained up here. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
All right.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
We'll talk later. Okay. Right. We'll see if we can get this guy. I mean, let's follow. I think this really ties in. It wouldn't normally be something my character, I feel, would do, but it ties in very much to what Sela was saying of, you know, the guy that was sentenced to death and he ended up being a hero. This is a less extreme version. He's not sentenced to death. He was just thieving, but there's a tiefling chained up in the Defender's Heart. What can you tell me about him?
Woljif's a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we only apprehended one of them. The rest managed to escape. We've nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's Heart, but there's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off our guard's hands. We can ill afford to let a soldier spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along.
Thieflings and tieflings? Alright, let's do it. Great. I think he's going to be another party member then. Fantastic. I mean, he definitely is. He's got a portrait and he can speak and stuff. It sounds like he's like... He is melee, but he can... Sounds like he's like a cross between a rogue and a wizard or something, from the sounds of it. Seemed pretty cool. Might be very squishy is my only worry here.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Irabeth, and you're part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long.
This guy's hilarious.
Straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
What have we got ourselves caught up with? His voice is familiar? Really? Oh, he must voice act in a lot of games. Yeah, we're still dropping frames. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I actually think this is probably a good part. Let's take a look at this guy. Let's take a look at him. Yeah, Waljif. He is a tiefling, chaotic neutral. Seems about right. Super dexterous and smart. He's actually very like my character. And he is dual wield, masterwork daggers. Okay, he doesn't have too much AC. But okay. Oh, Waljif. So does he have spells and stuff? He does. He has mage armor. Very nice. Color spray. Grease. And burning hands. Okay, we can switch up his spellbook next time we rest. So what is he? He is a rogue eldritch scoundrel. He's weapon finesse. Trap finding. Oh, cool. Cantrips. Eldritch scoundrel. Eldritch scoundrel's not proficient with any armor or shields. He's detect magic. He has sneak attack. So this is good. So he gets a whole bunch of bonus damage. Anytime your target be denied a dexterity bonus to AC, or when the character flanks the target. Let's actually check this. Double check. So flank. If an opponent is threatened by an ally of the character. So it's very simple. So you just have two characters, which is kind of true to life. So yeah, sneak attack. Very good. Scribes. He can scribe scrolls. He has 2-weapon fighting and double slice. Offhand weapon while dual wielding strikes with greater power. Adds your strength bonus to damage rolls with your... Well, he doesn't have any strength bonus. That seems quite useless. That's unfortunate. What else you got? Weakening wound. When making a sneak attack against a creature that has damage reduction, your attacks reduce damage reduction for 2 rounds, equal to your level. That's actually pretty good. Evasion. Can avoid even magical and unusual attacks with great agility. Successful reflex throw against an attack that normally does half damage in successful save, he will instead take no damage. That's pretty good. A level 3 then. So he is level 3. He has sneak attack 2. Great. Goes from it just keeps increasing, I think. Anyway, danger sense. +1 bonus on reflex saves to avoid traps. +1 dodge bonus to AC against traps. Okay. And he has finesse training with a dagger. Whenever they make a successful melee attack with a dagger, add the dex modifier to the damage roll. Okay. So he's a dagger specialist. A dual wielding dagger specialist who can cast spells. You can get more feats, more danger sense, more sneak attacks, some rogue talents. He'll get debilitating injuries and stuff like that. Okay, pretty cool. More finesse training. Okay. Maybe this lets him use multiple weapon types. Eldritch Scoundrel. Yeah. Pretty cool, though. This is abilities. He's got lots of different stuff. He can pickpocket. Oh, no. It just gives him bonuses to stuff. Okay. Okay. So he's good with daggers. I don't know what this thing is. That seems bugged. He has some spells and stuff. Yeah, weapon finesse. Fiendish resistance. Cool. Tiefling. Okay, great. I guess we'll see him in our party when we actually get out and about. Oh, I guess these levers... Do they do anything? Oh, there's a lever here as well. How strange. Is there like a secret door here or something? I think there might be a secret door. Did this open something? This looks like a secret area. But what do? Do I just brute force this or something? Do you have anything to say about this? Nothing to say about this. Okay. It looks like there's a secret. Maybe I'm imagining it. To the tavern. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely imagining it. Go outside. Maybe it's opening the cell door. That could be an option too. Opening and closing the cell door. No, I don't know. How bizarre. It's a you think it is a puzzle? Hmm. I mean, that does make quite a noise when you pull that lever. It's a very noisy lever. Hmm. I have no idea. We'll leave it for now. What's outside? Ah, okay. Well, let's actually save it here. What I'm gonna do, because we're dropping some frames, guys, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a short break for lunch. I'm gonna like reset the internet and stuff, and hopefully that will help it. But I'll be back very soon, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back pretty much within like 15 or so minutes, and then we'll continue playing. Again, we're gonna play pretty much all day today, so it's gonna be pretty fun. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and hopefully the internet stuff will stabilize. I don't think it's really affecting it too much, but it's just better to get it sorted. So yeah, I will see you guys in a minute. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. I'll be right back.